Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Continuing my ongoing series about CFOs of mid-market level companies really trying to get discipline when it comes to their bottom line. I'm bringing on Jason Smith. He's kind of my point guy when it comes to this topic. Very, very talented in this area with his company, operatingcosts.com. And I'm a big fan of what you do. Before you introduce our guest today, Jason, tell us about Operating Costs.
Absolutely. So max profits at operatingcosts.com. We provide our clients with expense reduction services that allow organizations to maximize operating profit by saving up to 40% in common expense categories. And our work is guaranteed. We save our clients money, all our services are free.
Yep, very good. And your guest?
Our guest today is Tim Vosse. He is the president of the Financial Executives International Chapter in St. Louis. FEI is a national association comprised of CFOs from all types of businesses within one association, and was founded all the way back in 1931. There's 86 chapters in cities across the United States and Canada, as well as Japan. Tim is also the Senior VP of Finance for WFF Faculty Services.
Very good, Tim. Welcome to the program. Kind of give us your elevator speech, if you will.
As Jason said, cutting costs and keeping costs in line to maximize your bottom line is always key in the CFO's mind. So the multiple strategies you can deploy to do that need to be exploited.
Great. And go ahead with your first question there, Jason.
Oh, yeah, Tim, when I was looking up, your company, WFF, specializes in commercial custodial services. Can you tell us what that means and what you do as the Senior VP of Finance?
Yes, our company provides custodial and janitorial services to a niche segment, in particular the college and university market, so providing those services on college campuses to our university partners.
Very good. How long have you been doing what you do?
I've recently started here in September, so I haven't been here that long.
Interesting. And a little bit more about your background.
Sure. I was in healthcare, so a high labor-concentrated business for approximately 15 years prior to joining WFF, and prior to that was in public accounting and industry.
Very good, Jason.
Yeah, I see that you were, and this put a big smile on my face, you were described as a creative individual who consistently streamlines procedures and operations to increase efficiency and decrease costs while maintaining customer service approach. Of course, that's what we do at operatingcosts.com. So I did get a huge smile on my face when I read that. But give us an example, if you will, how you did manage to decrease costs whilst increasing efficiency, whether it's at WFF or something else that you've done before.
Certainly. Probably the two most significant ways are during a growth environment, not adding additional labor costs or adding to costs and keeping the administrative costs the same during a growth environment. And that was mainly done by looking at processes and looking at technology initiatives that can aid in growing the business and making it scalable without adding additional labor costs. So you keep that administrative costs the same and add more revenue and growth on top of it and increase your bottom line. So, and that can be done in a variety of ways, utilizing technology solutions or really digging into the process of how things have been done historically and finding a more efficient way utilizing technology tools.
Let me ask you about, first of all, real quickly, what is your website? What's the best website for people to get more information about your firm?
WFFservices.com.
And give that one more time.
WFFservices.com.
Jason, your next question?
I'm going to move on. You've been the president of the St. Louis chapter of the FEI since July 2014, I think it was. Tell us a little bit about your involvement in the FEI.
So that organization is fellow CFOs or financial executives of St. Louis-based companies, and it's a peer group, and we get a lot of information sharing, war stories and success stories that we share among ourselves and involving on how to improve your business from financial perspective and any other operational or executive type focus.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Very interesting. How many members does it have?
So we have approximately about 100 members in St. Louis.
Oh, that's great. And what's the size range of the companies they work with?
We have everything from, I would say, probably 10 million up to, we have some of the publicly held companies in St. Louis that are several $billion. So a wide variety of CFO calibers that you get to talk to and hear of new things between those different size companies initiatives you can bring and apply to your own business.
Very good. Jason?
So if somebody wanted to join the FEI, obviously they'll get the benefit of peer networking. But what else? How else do they benefit? And what are the requirements for joining your organization?
So it's a national organization. The information can be found on the FEI national website. But really, you just have to be in a senior financial role of a company. I believe the size is like a $10 million company and above.
Okay. And do you have, I assume, throughout your organization, whether in St. Louis or elsewhere, you're going to have Fortune 500 and Fortune 100 companies?
Yes. Yeah, across the nation, each chapter in St. Louis, like I said, we have the CFO of Laclede Group, which is a very large utility company here in St. Louis, and others all the way down to mid-market businesses like myself and others that are in the, less than $100 million company range.
It's going to be quite fun when everybody gets together. And you said you share war stories and good things and best practices. Any chance you can, without naming names, share any of those stories with us?
Yeah, probably going along the technology route is right now as moving technology services to cloud and things like that. Right now, that's kind of a hot topic I've been talking to several of my peers about. And then also just process improvement and trying to get enable process improvement and accepting change throughout an organization as you move for more efficient operations.
Interesting. So, how many different cities have chapters of this?
That I do not know.
Oh, I stumped you. I always like to stump people, so that's good.
Yeah, that is a stumper. I'm mainly concerned with the St. Louis chapter. So I know I have a friend in the Fort Worth chapter, and I know there's Kansas City, Missouri. So there's several nationwide, but I don't know how many chapters there are throughout the United States.
I think I read that, although I don't know whether it's up to date, that there were 86 chapters across the United States, Canada, and Japan. And Japan was just opened relatively recently.
Interesting.
So it's a pretty big organization.
Yes.
Very good. Well, listen, gentlemen, this is a great topic, and I want you, Tim, one more time, give your website before we wrap it up. Sure.
It's WFFservices.com, and the company is WFF Facility Services.
And you can learn, and that's Tim Vosse, by the way. And Jason Smith, you can learn more about him at operatingcosts.com. Thanks to both of you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When we come back, much more for you. Do want to remind you, best content here does show up over there at usdatareview.com. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter, and the show continues 24/7 at priceofbusiness.com. More for you after this.